Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel, man. It's been a minute since I've done some type of like top secret whatever of any app really. I used to do these for Instagram and even Snapchat, and it's been a minute since I did one of those. iOS 13 is kind of, there's not really too much of news popping right now. I don't feel like talking about the new iPhone, so I figured I would kind of sum up some of the newish secret Instagram hacks. I don't know how to call it, whatever. But basically some tips and tricks, kind of what I did before with the Snapchat series, kind of merging that with Instagram now. And of course, before we even go any further, the most important thing you need to do, follow me on Instagram. This is the username, Simple Alpaca. Go follow me. Go like, if you can actually, specifically, can you like this photo? Because we're almost at 1,000. Actually, not really. All my other ones have like thousands, but except this one. So if you guys can go and follow this one and like it, that would mean so much. But the first thing that I want to show you is actually really cool, and I didn't even know about this. Okay, so let's say you're DMing somebody, right? Now this is a fake account that I just made, Simple Baby Alpaca. Please do not follow this. If you guys follow this, I'm gonna be so mad. But as you can see, I was following myself. Now what you have to do, let's say you're just messaging somebody, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and DM myself on here. Now, let's say I like cyberbully this person. You are, let's say, a Galaxy S2, for example. That's pretty offensive right there. And let's say I send it and I'm like, oh my god, I typed wrong. I said IR and a Galaxy S2. Go and hold it down actually. You can go and unsend it if you see it right there. So once you unsend it, you'll get usually a little pop-up, but I didn't get a pop-up this time. As you can see, that message is now unsent. So now if I log into my profile, I will not be able to see that, which is really cool. That'll probably save a ton of people from embarrassing situations. You can actually do that same exact thing if you're holding down the voice memo. So as you can see, I'm typing or I'm just writing, I'm just saying whatever. And let's say I'm like, oh my god, I didn't want to send that. Well, for one, you can go ahead and send it, and you can go ahead and hold it down again and then unsend it. As you can see right here, we can go ahead and click unsend. But let's say you're in the middle of saying it and you're like, oh my god, like I have to undo this or whatever. You can go ahead and swipe all the way to the left and then it'll go ahead and delete it right there. So that's really cool. Just some quick things within the DM session itself. And I actually prefer this. I wish iMessage had something like this. That would be really cool. Now let's go to the Instagram story side of things. There's a lot of different cool things that you can do within actually the story mode itself. One of the coolest things is actually with focus mode down here. Now, if you aren't familiar, portrait mode is something that's really cool with the iPhones. It's like you can get like a portrait image and it's actually really cool, really high def. You can do that same exact effect with any iPhone, and I'll show you guys right now. And it kind of just blurs out the background as your focus and your image is pretty much just focused on the specific item you're taking a photo of. That's really cool. I don't know if you guys are going to use that or not, but that's something that I was thinking about using, but I'm kind of too ugly to use this, so there's no point in even using it. Now let's say you have a photo already taken, you want it. One thing I still don't like about Instagram is that it just cut off the top. It just looks so weird. I feel like they can do such a better job at phones that have a notch or whatever. And let's say you have this image up, what you can actually do is kind of create a little cool filter on top of that image. So let's say you want, a little bit of this heart. What you can do now is basically like blow up that heart. Okay, that was kind of poetic, but basically blow it up and zoom it up all the way, and then towards the edge of the emojis. Now this doesn't work for like every single emoji, it just depends on what color it is, but as you can see, the edge of this emoji is starting to give that little red flare. You can go ahead and keep zooming in, just keep zooming in. As you can see, I kind of lost it for a second, but you can keep at it. And as you can see, it's getting more and more red, and you can pretty much have that as a filter. Now, as you can see, that doesn't look as cool as I thought it was going to be, but for a different type of emoji, that would be really cool, and you can kind of mess with it a little bit here and there. And depending on the emoji, you can get a really cool color, so that is definitely a really cool thing right there. Now, this next thing is something you guys might not even know about. As you can see, you can copy and paste images straight up onto your Instagram thing, so you can kind of create like a montage kind of thing. And all you have to do is just copy an image. This can be in any way. You can copy it from the internet, you can copy it from your image browser, you can copy it from wherever. I heard this only works for iPhones, but you can go ahead and test your Android, see if it works for there. And all you would have to do is go ahead and hold it down and click paste, and as you can see, the image does pop up, and at this point you can kind of just go ahead and mess with it a little bit, kind of put it wherever you would like. So let's say I want the image to stay right there. You can go ahead and click again, and you can go ahead and click paste. And let's say you have a second image you want to paste, you can go ahead and do that same exact thing again. You can just keep posting these images over and over again with different images and keep going, and it creates kind of like a montage kind of thing, which is really cool. So that's something that I've seen a lot of people do. I've always been jealous because I'm like, man, how do people do that thing? And then once my jealousy kind of goes away, I'm like, well, I don't want to do that thing anyway because I'm not corny. So you have that ability now if you want to do it. Now this next thing is also kind of interesting, kind of gives your Instagram story a little bit more of a flair, if you will. And I'm talking as if I'm like some social media type of person. I literally don't even like post on Instagram as much as I should probably. But let's say you have like some sort of text. So let's say I have like Alpaca, whatever. Okay, I didn't spell it right. Just kidding, I did spell it right. You just weren't looking right. So let's say you have that text, right? You go ahead and set it to whatever type of color you want, or to whatever type of font you want as well, so you can kind of mess with it in that sense. And once you're done with it, you can go ahead and click out. But let's say you want to add another text and you kind of want to add a little bit of an effect to that. All you would have to do at this point is go ahead and just type in the same exact thing, change up the color a little bit, and at this point all you would have to do is just move the text a little bit. And as you can see, you can have some type of 3D effect right there, and you can keep going like this. I actually had a website that kind of looked like this for the top portion of the thumbnail or whatever, and you can go and keep going with this and kind of, I'm gonna mess this up completely. It's not gonna look good at all. As you can see, that still doesn't look good. It looked better the first time, but you can kind of mess with it, and that's kind of something that I've been seeing a lot of people do recently, especially all these like beauty gurus and all these like professional people who like post on Instagram for a living. Those are some type of things that kind of add a little bit more flair to your Instagram posts. So that's a really, really cool thing. And this last thing I want to hit on is actually something that I've seen in a different Instagram story video, and I've seen a lot of these. Most of these that I've shown you today were from a compilation of other different videos that I've seen, and this is more so again for like influencers and stuff, but I can also see a ton of other people utilize this too. So pretty much it adds a little bit more flair. Let's say you have like a new story or whatever, a new Instagram post. So let's say I wanted to flex on everybody. Okay, I got like 2,000. Actually, I'm not gonna do this one. This one ended up getting a lot because it was a giveaway post, but let's say you wanted to showcase everybody and flex on them, and I got almost 3,000 likes on that photo. Well, they won't be able to see the likes, but they'll definitely be able to see the post itself. And let's say you wanted to put it on your story for everyone else to see. Instead of just screenshotting and posting that specific image, what you can actually do is just force touch into that. And you can get kind of a blur effect. You can actually see the image itself, and you can screenshot that. It took me a second. And as you can see, you have it right there. And what you can do in that sense is now just hop out, go to your stories. You can find your specific image and you can modify it however you want to. And as you can see, that looks a little bit more higher quality, and you can see that your information is in the back end, and it looks way more high professional and more professional in a way. So, and that's definitely a super cool thing right there. Something I would definitely showcase to clients of mine and billionaires of people. Just kidding. I don't do any social media marketing. I don't even do sponsorship for these videos. I'm so financially incapable of running this channel, but that's pretty much it, man. Those are just a couple cool things. I think that first thing where you can unsend messages is probably the best thing I've ever seen in my life. But if you guys like this video, if you want to see even more better tricks or tips or whatever, let me know in the comment section below. I know I don't really normally post these as much, but in videos where I do talk about Instagram and things, those end up getting tons of views for some reason. So it would mean so much if you guys could leave some feedback in the comment section below. But that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below as well. Hit that like button, but more importantly, hit that subscribe button. That would mean so much. Check out the links in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.